All right, hello and welcome to Coach the Champion. My name is Coach Craig George, and I'm super excited that you're here. Let me give you kind of some groundwork on this beginning video right here. This is just an introduction to the 11 foundational skills that I teach every quarterback, whether they're a beginner or whether all the way up to the high school level of the kids that I work with and I've had some great success with. These are the 11 foundational videos that I teach them, and I'm going to teach you too if you stick with me. All right, so here's how I want you to work through each of these skills. All right, number one, I want you to work through the skills and do your best and watch the videos and pause them and pick up on the little techniques that I'm using and then also the quarterback that I'm working with. All right, and then the other thing you can do is go through the reps of probably each of these skills about 10 times each. Now, obviously, the younger that you are, for some of the throwing ones, you probably should, do less of the throwing than a high school athlete would do. And if you're a high school athlete, obviously you can do more than the younger kid can do. But here's what I want you to do, is I want you to do these things to mastery, all right? And what does that look like? Well, that looks like exactly how we do it on the video is what it looks like when your final rep is finished and then you do a couple more to just get better, right? All right, so before you get started with the first skill that you've found your way into is ask yourself this question. Are you a champion? Are you going to achieve in the future what you want to achieve? Have you achieved what you want to achieve yet in your career in football? And if it's not, if you haven't, then these skills, these 11 foundational skills are going to be ones that you're going to want to pick up on and do daily. These are things that I did when I was a young kid on a daily level, and they got me to a level of all-state. I won a state championship my senior year. And so these are just some basic things that I did and I still do when I'm coaching to help kids become champions. If you're a champion, come along with me. Okay, this is drill number 7 of the 11 that I teach as a foundational structure to every quarterback's success, and I call those the daily 11. Again, if you want to find out about all 11 of those in a nice tidy place, then click the link below. All right, so I call this one inside the hallway, and here's the reason why. Is as a quarterback, I want to keep all of my motion inside of my shoulders and inside of my hips, okay? And so we're going to keep everything we're going to talk about right now, we're going to talk about from our core up, all right? And we're with our motion, all right? So in the previous drills that we had done, we had talked about the push, all right? That was number 5, skill number 5. We talked about in the last skill, number 6, we talked about that as the pull, and this one is going to be inside the hallway with how we're going to follow through, okay? So I'm going to have my quarterback run through a couple of these for us. All right, so first thing I want to do is I want to have you face me, just like that, all right? So I want you to go ahead and push, all right, and go ahead and pull through, all right, and then when he follows through, all right, so I'm going to take the ball away. So when he follows through, right, we have our fingertip just like that. We're going to snap down. But a lot of times when we throw, quarterbacks will want to release outside of their body. And what I think that does is I think you lose a lot of power and you lose a lot of strength. And I think it causes you to throw the ball over there to the right or maybe over there to the left. But when we work on this technique of throwing in the hallway, I find that my quarterbacks keep their passes inside of the receiver's shoulders, and then we just have to fix the high and the low part of that, and we can do that later on in some different skills. All right, so we can do this without a football. So go ahead and show me the push. All right, pull. All right, and when he follows through, here's what we're going to do is we're going to follow through. We're going to hit ourselves right here on the top of our thigh, just like that, okay, with our palm facing down just like that and away from the body. Okay, go ahead and show how you would hit your how you'd hit your palm when you followed through. Okay, so the more to the center, the better. All right, if you can even hit the inside of your left thigh, if you're a right-handed thrower, it'd be your right hand, it'd be your right thigh for your left-handed throwers. But the more towards the center, the better. All right, if you find yourself getting erratic in throwing out here, what you're going to find as a young quarterback, you're probably going to find that your balls are missing to the left and missing to the right. And the quarterbacks that have used this for me, what I have found is that their accuracy goes up significantly, and that's what you want. All right, everybody talks about having a huge arm, but accuracy is what's going to make you a great quarterback. All right, and so skill number 7 about throwing in the hallway is going to get you to that. So let's go through that one more time. All right, so go ahead and do that all in one motion. Okay, we'll do it one more time, all right? And here's what you're going to find out with skill number 7 is if you do that, you're going to be a great quarterback with your accuracy, and that's going to help you in those tight spots about getting the ball in between linebackers and in between safeties like you're going to have to do. All right, so that was skill number 7 of the foundational skills that I teach out of my daily 11. Again, if you want to know where you can find all 11 of those skills, then click